Welcome
Willkommen.
to D&D. Recap, I suppose that would make sense. Last time you finished up in the crypt you had found yourselves in, discovering its origins and creator to be one Nirojin, a being obsessed with turning himself and others into a Draco Lich. He was part of a faction you learned called the Cult of the Dragon, who had interpreted a line of a prophecy to mean that dead dragons would inherit the earth and thus the Draco Lich. You went on a little further with your travels, having just about made it out okay, and you discovered some form of monastery along the way. You were welcomed inside, where you met several people. Foremost among them was an acolyte called Dagos, who showed you around and introduced you to Dia, who was the master of the monastery, and she was a turtle. You first came across her when she seemed to be taking part in some training or some sparring, and she had these long, almost spectral arms that came out from her shoulders when she fought, and seemed to be aiding her in her punches and blocks and things like that in combat. You researched further into the sources of distress that Hugo has been experiencing recently, and after a discussion with him, with the aid of Dia, he was able to give you the impression of something stuck down a large hole. Unsure what this meant, you did search the well in the monastery. Arwen got a little bit wet along the way, but the well was not the source, it seemed. You were invited to study some of the maps of the region in the library, and discovered that there is an abandoned quarry not too far away to the north, maybe a day or so. You were not permitted to venture further into the library. However, Klari did sneak off at one point as Stix and Arwen were distracting Dagos as he was keeping an eye on you, and he successfully managed to secrete out a book to study in the evening, and then snuck back in after she had read through a good portion of it, in covering a decent amount of history about Orc law in their time immediately preceding what you learned was the defeat of a being called the Dread King. Arwen seemed particularly unhappy about learning about the Dread King, but you were also successfully able to return the book without notice. And so we begin on the morning where you are all waking up inside the monastery, having enjoyed your evenings in various ways. Neo and Stix sharing a room, playing some various knife games amongst them, and managing to keep all their fingers, fortunately, while Arwen and Klari were team stealth for book returnal.
Yeah.
And it is at this point that you're all woken up quite early in the morning. Well, not too early, but maybe a little earlier than you would if you've been left to sleep in your own devices. It's the first time in a little while you've actually slept under, in warm conditions under a nice roof and things like that. The climate in and around this monastery being quite temperate, considering that outside the last couple of days have been a fairly persistent snowfall. But there is a knock on both your doors, and if they are invited in, there are acolytes there with your cleaned and dried clothes for those of you that opted for this service that was offered. I know Stix was adamant to remain within his well-loved clothes, shall we say,
Yes.
while others of you took up this offer and were given temporary robes to wear.
I was cold and wet.
You were cold and wet.
And
Just
still
warmed
cold.
on well.
Oh, we
But,
would
hey.
never do such a thing. She's not that clumsy.
Of course not. And so this is where you begin. With your clothes and things being returned to you, as well as a simple breakfast provided for you. There are fresh baked rolls. They're still warm, straight out of the oven. There's a little bit of bacon and things like that to eat. So
Nice.
a
Nice.
quality breakfast. Some porridge, if you would
Yeah.
partake. Arwen does not partake, it sounds like.
No. She's making a bacon roll.
Making a bacon roll. That is fine. Is there anything anyone would like to discuss over breakfast?
Yeah, so we're heading to some kind of quarry.
Mm-hmm.
What do we think is there? Because if Hugo is giving us this, I'm inclined. Oh no, we were told there was some wyverns.
Yes, one thing you did establish in your discussions with Dia was that there was a reasonable local wyvern population. And
Yeah.
she told you a decent amount about them, how they have draconic traits, but they are not an intelligent race like true dragons are. They are more bestial.
Can I just check with Hugo if we accidentally come across a wyvern, how would he feel about them?
And how would they feel about us?
Yeah, make a quick animal handling check for me, just to 19.
Ooh.
So you're quite in tune with Hugo.
Absolutely.
But I think this came up before. He has never encountered a wyvern or never seen a wyvern, so he's not able to give you a too much of a direct response. Again, communicating in these sort of the simple thoughts and images that he shares with you. He's a little bit confused because he doesn't really know. You get that sort of essence of confusion from him because he doesn't really know what a wyvern is. So you get the sense from him that he kind of just trusts you. Arwen hasn't seen the way you have responded to a number of creatures that you've encountered, that you would know the right way to respond.
Okay, so he's not gonna be angry with me if I hurt this thing?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
It would depend on the situation with which you came across. If something came at you and attacked you, he would certainly understand you defending yourself in that scenario.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I also want to quickly communicate to him. If you communicate with any other beings, let me know if they're good or bad.
Okay.
Because if he's made friends with this thing, but it looks angry, I don't want to then be like, oh my god, he's trying to kill my child. I will kill it.
Right.
When it's actually being friendly.
Okay.
That was a very good point, actually. Yeah. That would probably get really awkward. Hey, man, buddy. Oh, it's dead. Never mind.
Cool. That's good then.
Okay. Anything else from anyone?
I think I'm good. Personally. Yeah, I think I'm good. I think
Okay.
we get this brekkie down us and get going.
Yeah, so fast forwarding a little bit through breakfast, you guys gather all your things and start making your way out. It seems that Dagus is waiting sort of outside for you guys to emerge. He's like, good morning.
Morning.
Is there? You appear to be preparing to leave. Is there anything you need before you go?
I actually think I'm good. I've got bells, I've got everything. I did back up my hunting trap, which is still unused, but whatever. I have my shield at this point, don't I?
Yes.
Cool, okay, I don't know why that's ticked off.
Because you did temporarily put down your shield to have it painted for you.
I did.
But you picked it up. You did pick it up again before you left. That was back in Hengist Forza.
No, I think I'm good. It would be really awkward if I forgot it. Because I ain't going back for it. I'll just pick up a random piece of wood and...
Yeah, but now it's painted.
I will paint this wood with the blood of my enemies.
Oh dear lord.
Nice. Let's go.
I'm not that evil. Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Very well. You are. As you say, we. I will show you out. I believe Dia has something she wishes to say before you leave. And you're escorted through the halls, down the front steps and into this courtyard again, where indeed Dia is in conversation with another acolyte, it looks like, at seeing she's sort of got one arm protectively on the shoulder of this person, as she's sort of head lowered, speaking quietly to them, and when she spots you coming, she sort of straightens up and pats them on the back and sends them on their way. She turns to you as you approach and says, well, nice to have visitors. If there is anything we can do for you, then let us know. If you do happen to come across any unfortunate souls in need of a place to stay, then reach out and we shall see what we can do for them. As I said, we do strive to look after and protect the innocent where we can. We have a number of bastions in major cities around, so we can be reached if necessary.
Can I, just before we go, can I ask the tortoise lady?
Turtle? Yes.
That one. If she knows anything about the Dread King. Just while we're here.
While you're here?
Yeah.
Yeah? So, what do you say, exactly?
Do you know anything about the Dread King?
The Dread King is, yes, the Dread King is a tale from long ago. So far back that some of the stories are more legend than truth, it seems, in places.
Got any important stuff?
Make a persuasion check.
I can read. 18.
She can read.
Well, this is not really a doorstep conversation. If you would like, we can step inside and I will tell you a little more. But if you wish to be on your way, then by all means. She sort of stands to the side, so ready to escort you to the exit or go back up the steps with you if you wish to.
I don't know which one to do.
It's up to you.
I want to know more. But does everyone else?
I'm easy personally. If you want to know more, we're not exactly in. I guess we kind of are in a rush, but if you want to know more, that's cool.
I mean, we've woken up early, so
yeah. It's a Hugo. This is a Hugo thing, so I'll take your lead with it. If you feel like we can wait to get this done, then yeah.
I feel like if she knows stuff about Neo's business, this is the first
Probably
person
best
who genuinely knows anything.
Yeah, best to get this over with before we potentially die in a quarry.
I'd like to know the information before we die.
Yes, that would be useful.
Okay. So she will, at your prompting that you would like to know more, she will lead you back inside and takes you off into a small chamber that fairly well resembles an office. There is a number of weapons and things sort of hung across the walls. Lots of them have little plaques underneath them, but she offers you all a seat and so sits down at this desk, as it were, not having a chair, just so much as a stool for this massive tortoise shell that sticks out behind you. It'd be quite difficult to accommodate directly into a regular chair.
But at the DFS sale, you could easily get a
well, as I say, the Dread King is more myth and legend than true history. So long ago. What little we know is it is believed he was a man at one point, but twisted by the dark forces he served, he was granted this, or he stole, it's unknown, this, whatever the source of power that he had. His goals vary from tale to tale. He was either a conqueror or some sort of missionary serving a higher power of his own, seeking to bring this power into the world, or just seeking to use the power he was granted to subjugate all to his will. The tales do tend to agree that he held dominion over a incredibly large swathe of land, and that whatever land he controlled withered and died, although that could just be allegory.
Yeah.
He said that he challenged those or searched for those of great power, and either as considering them threats to his own, sought to eradicate them, or sort of to subjugate them for some other nefarious purpose. And she goes on for some time, giving you... She sort of goes through a few stories in their entirety to sort of demonstrate how there are different tales, and they're almost like fairy tales. Like, you know, in some of them it's just this sort of... He's just this sort of boogeyman, whereas in some of them he's just sort of, you know, dark king and what have you. And so she takes some and you can see that there are similarities but also disparities between all the tales that she's telling you. And yes, it's not known what brought about his downfall, but it could be like any tyrant, that time was his downfall. He grew old, he withered, and he died, which is what we can hope for all tyrants. Or it could be that the other tales are true, and he was overthrown, cast down when the people rallied against him.
Okay. Do you know what his power was?
His power? Well, as the tales tend to say, he was a necromancer, or certainly turned those who fought against him into his own servants, the undead, things like that. Whatever he was initially, the tales do seem to confer that there was not what he was at the end.
Do any of them say what he might have been at the beginning?
A man, maybe? An elf?
Okay, so it
Maybe
doesn't...
even a dwarf?
Okay, let's list them all.
Probably not a dwarf. He was generally... I mean, yes, he could have been, but generally
No,
regarded
he wasn't.
as a being...
Could have been a very tall dwarf. Or a short giant. Let's see.
Okay.
That does not narrow it down.
Interesting.
So essentially we've learned he's very evil.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of terrifying. This is fine.
Well, the man is definitely the Dread King. There's no doubt now.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Nice! Knowing that the big guy you're going after is literally called the Dread King. Now it really puts things into perspective. Like all the mistakes I've made to get here.
Yeah, and so, you know, it takes some time, and the sun is now well risen, and you can see that, you know, you can see the shadows sort of change a little bit as...
We weren't in there that long.
Good
She
hours.
talks really slowly. Can we put her on double speed, please?
But also it's the time she took to explain these tales and, you know, tell you, you know, a few of these, you know, almost like fairy tale type stories that take sort of 5-10 minutes a piece. So to demonstrate how these tales exist and how they overlap, but also the tales disagree with one another and things like that.
Why can't it just be one tale?
Because history is old and not everyone agrees. Especially when they don't keep proper records, you know. 10,000, a million years ago. The cavemen didn't write things down.
It was only 5,000
Yeah, they did.
ago.
They threw things on walls.
Yeah, but they
drew
didn't use
mammoths.
proper grammar, did they?
They drew mammoths.
Anyway. You guys learn what you do. And some time in the morning passes. But you do eventually get underway again. You're escorted to the gates and bid farewell with the reminder that if you do meet lost souls with a good nature that you think could be useful, to send them in the monastery's direction.
We should send them a bad soul as a prank.
I think that's a bit of a bad prank. Oh snap!
Such rudeness. I am a pure soul.
They'd have no shoes.
They have some shoes left.
Sure. Who is leading the way on your journey north?
Yeah, you have pretty good survival.
Okay.
I will.
Roll a survival check for me.
That one is survival.
Unfortunate.
Please say I did.
Okay. So you start making your way north. Are you making your way on foot? Or are you doing the double paladin fine steed to mount up again?
But they fine steed.
I think we are finding steeds.
Okay.
Well,
So-
I'm getting Elvis out and I'm getting on him. Whether you guys want to join me is entirely up to you.
Go the other way.
Come on, Elvis.
So both Neo with agreement, Neo and Stix sit down on the floor for 10 minutes and cast Fine Steed, and 10 minutes later this giant leafy green elk erupts in front of erupts out the ground in front of Stix, and then a few seconds later this dark coal black horse springs out of the ground in front of Neo.
So pretty.
And you guys mount up, doing your traditional Klari and Stix together. Neo and Arwen together.
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So Neo will essentially lead the way, with Arwen mainly guiding him, essentially, riding with him. And the morning passes. It's reasonably warm. The sun is out, and you can see the snow is beginning to melt away after a couple of days of it coming down. It seems to be in a warm night, and the snow is just all starting to melt away. You can see little patches of grass appearing between the snow, and it's a little bit squelchy under the animals' hooves as you ride along. As it gets on towards midday, a sound attracts your attention, Arwen. Is the sort of chirruping of a small four-legged animal.
Eek.
Can I see it?
Make a perception check.
Perception? 18.
What?
18. Yeah, a little ways off to your right, almost facing half away from you with its head turned towards you, is a little fox.
Aw, cute.
Traditional orange in colour, and it's got a little sort of darker orange fur around its, almost black around its feet, and you notice that between its eyes it's got a small white splodge that you almost think is in the shape of a star.
is the chirping like sad or happy or like is it okay?
Yeah, it looks healthy from what you can see from where you are.
Okay.
It's almost like it's as you've rolled 18. It's almost like it's called out in some way.
Friend, speak with animals. I speak with animals. Speak.
Oh god, okay.
The animals. Where is speak with animals? Let's have a look.
We're speaking.
What is the casting time on Speak with Animals again? It's just one action, isn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah.
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 You cast Speak with Animals.
Hello.
It just looks at you.
Are you okay?
Just looks, it stares in your direction. Just cocks its head to the side.
So I used a spell slot on you. Please talk to me.
It makes the same noise again.
Oh, is it not real?
Oh, is it not an animal? Wait, okay. I'm gonna use divine. Wait, no, hold on. Ah,
Divine
shit.
smite on it.
No, maybe no. Hold on. Oh crap! Where is it? There's a thing I have, and it
Divine
works.
Sense, I believe, is what you're after.
No, because that doesn't work on Fae. I'm trying to find out if it's a Fae creature. Celestial fiend or undead. It's friggin'. Oh, I think it's my channel divinity.
I'm just imagining Stix there. I have a thing for this.
Oh no, it's Turn the Faithless. I can make it fuck off. I could make this thing fuck off.
No.
Painful for Fae and fiends to hear.
You can sense whether your primeval awareness is that what you're asking about.
Yeah. If Stix doesn't have anything.
No, I don't have anything.
So you can sense whether the following types of creature are present within 1 mile of you. Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. So you expend another spell slot, and for so it takes you 1 minute to expend a level 1 spell slot, and all while this fox is just staring at you. And yeah, there is.
Can I be stroking the fox while I expend this spell slot so it's not awkward? And I'm not just like.
So make an animal handling check, because you'll have to get down off the back of the horse.
Please don't let it run away.
So you get down off the back of the horse, and you're about sort of 60 feet away from it maybe. And as you get to within about 30 feet, it just turns and scurries about 15 feet further away from you, and then turns and looks back at you.
Okay, maybe we should follow it. But, okay, I'll be on the back of whatever the horse is called, and doing my primeval awareness while we follow the fox.
Oh! Okay, hold on. So you know it's Fae, right?
I don't know it's Fae.
You don't know it's Fae.
We don't know yet. Give me
But
1 minute.
Okay. Can I try and see if Elvis regards it as a Fae creature? Because he is a Fae creature.
Yeah.
Therefore, could he potentially... But then, that's really weird though, because like, how do I, just looks like a fox.
How do you explain to him what you're asking of him, and how does he confer that back to you?
Exactly. This is my problem. And there's nothing in the spell description. I don't think there's anything in the spell description that says you can talk to your thing like a good buddy.
No, the description of Fine Steed.
Oh! It gains the ability to understand one language of your choice that you speak. Boom. Yo, Elvis, my good man. You know if this guy's Fae? Bear in mind, Elvis has 6 intelligence, so I'm not expecting anything great here. Oh, I'm actually taking the first slot for.
Okay. So, you say that to Elvis.
Uh-huh.
Now make an animal handling check to try and determine his response.
Yeah, because you can't
I got a
speak.
big fat 0 on this. Crap!
You don't know whether or not he's got a clue.
He took a shit on the ground. Damn.
He responds to you with some sort of mooing. He like turns his head around. You have to almost duck a little bit. These large antlers swing around. He looks back at you, and then this is sort of low, like elkish, and you're like, don't know what that means.
Is
Okay.
Elvis isn't an animal,
Elvis is also a fey creature.
so it's not an animal.
No.
Oh
speak
wait,
with
so
animals.
your sense thing could just pick up Elvis.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh shit.
No.
Oh no.
Have you committed to using divine sense? Or sorry, primeval awareness?
Actually, yeah, because I don't know how many there are. Yeah, no, that's a terrible idea. No, I'm not committing to it.
Okay.
I think we should just follow it for a little while.
Let's follow it.
See what's there.
Okay. How long are you going to follow it for?
Until I find something.
Until you find something.
Yes.
You walk for 3 days.
What do I find in 3 days' time?
3 days we shall walk.
You walk for about 15 minutes following this thing. At which point it walks amongst a series of stones laid in the ground, and these stones are about between 5 and 8 feet tall and are sort of around 2 foot across. Long,
Like Stonehenge.
a little bit, yeah, but more natural than Stonehenge. They're not so angularly carved or shaped, but they are placed in a ring, and on one side of them there is a small flat stone laid there, which has a few runes etched into it, as well as a couple of candles placed upon it. And there is a small pile of ashes, as though from a campfire, set within the ring.
Is anyone able to read the runes?
Oh, I'm not able to read the runes. But
Runes,
I mean, I don't know. Can I read the runes?
the runes aren't so much a language. Make a religion check for me.
Here, Stix.
JJ playing Ghost of Tsushima.
What do you mean I'm immediately influenced by the media I consume, Ben?
Don't worry, JJ. You missed out on me doing the exact same thing in the Underdark.
Yeah, so a religion check. So,
Yes.
the symbols carved in here, the small are almost celestial, as in they form like constellations. So they form sort of little star patterns. And with the 20, you know that some humans regard Ramiel, the human god who is a god to the humans, is their god of the sky. However, some of them regard him by a different name and as a guide to travelers. And so this seems to be some sort of shrine worshipping the protection of travelers.
Wasn't that nice?
Fox still there?
No, the fox has disappeared. The fox you saw walk into this ring and behind one of the stones and just didn't come out the other side.
I'm leaving now.
You're leaving?
Yeah. Fox is gone.
Fox gone. Fuck off.
Yeah. What's the point?
I guess there's nothing else here.
So there is this small altar. There is a pile of ashes. The ashes, you can see, do have it. So there is a small altar off to one side, and then off to another side there is a pile of ashes, sort of ringed by small stones, as if someone had a campfire there recently. And there is just a faintly drifting off wisps of smoke coming off this campfire.
Can I produce flame in the campfire?
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it flares to life as you cast Produce Flame.
Well, this is lovely. Cool, well, that was fun. See you later.
There's someone. Can I look and see if there's like footprints or something?
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Would you? In that one?
16. Yeah, so you find, as you start searching sort of around the perimeter of this ring, you find within it sort of the heavy depression of where someone has, presumed you suspect, sort of sat and then slept for the night, and their body has sort of pressed in this shape into the soft ground, and you find a set of tracks leading off. You also find tucked in between where two of these rocks stand and almost sort of jut away from each other, there's a small crevice formed between them, and tucked down in there you find a cloak. And wrapped up in the cloak, as you pick it up, there is a small sort of clack of rocks as they clack together. And opening it out, you realise that there is a number of rubies inside.
Aw, I thought it was just soft rocks. I was so excited.
Thought it was soft rocks. I found rubies instead.
Guess I'll take them.
So you can have 100 GPs worth of rubies.
Damn! How exciting. Just, can I have this cloak as well?
Yeah. And this cloak, as you look, it wasn't easy to spot, and you almost didn't notice it at first, had matched this sort of dull grey of these stones with this mottled appearance. But as you pick it up and unfold it and fold it out, you realise that it's not quite the same colour as when you first picked it up.
Oh, it's multicoloured, changing. I love it.
It's a multicoloured changing clock.
Clock?
You said clock, right?
Cloak.
Cloak! Right. Okay. That makes so much more sense. I heard clock. And I was wondering how this will be useful. How a clock that changes colour will be useful.
It is a cloak that changes colour, sir.
Cloak that changed its colour. Fantastic. I like it. Awesome.
If I put it on, what colour is it?
What colour do you want it to be?
Red.
It turns red.
Oh my god.
Like completely bright crimson all over. Inside and out, all bright red.
Can I make it like one colour on the outside and one on the inside?
What colours do you want it to be?
I want it to match my coat. Black on the outside, red on the inside.
It turns black on the outside and red on the inside.
I need a moment. Okay, now I have to find this fox. Because then I've just been...
Have you... Can you turn your camera on if you've finished, Ben?
Oh, yeah. I was fucking forget about that.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You carry on. Oh. So, one second. Need a button. Good.
There they are.
There they are. That's Chantel. Oh, the thing. Pop it up.
Behind half the screen.
I'm trying to find a thing to prop it up a bit better.
Yeah. You have found these things. And there is also a set of footprints.
Where's the footprints going?
The footprints lead in a northeasterly direction.
Northeasterly direction. And we are heading in a...
Almost directly north.
Almost directly
So they
north.
lead a little bit away from the target.
It's kind of the same way. We can swerve back.
Yeah. I mean, why would the fox have led us this way if it didn't want us to follow it and go?
Good point. Yeah, fuck it. Let's follow the footprints a little bit. See, we're easily distracted.
Yeah. If it leads to nowhere, at least we've gone sort of in the right direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What speed are you guys travelling? You're
Average.
riding, so you're a little bit faster than walking pace, but you can, move at a fast pace to try and close the distance, or you can move stealthily so that if you do catch up with anything, they don't see you coming, or you just move at a regular pace.
I was thinking just regular.
Yeah, I was thinking just regular pace.
Okay.
Already expecting anything.
How long would you like to follow them for?
Yeah.
How long is it? Are you going to follow? Are you going to follow them for an hour? And if you don't find anything, you're going to follow them for 2 hours. Are you going to follow them until they lead you to something?
How long are we supposed to be going north anyway?
You reckon it was pretty much a full day's travel to get to the quarry? Having set out morning, you would have potentially expected to get there with a couple of hours worth of daylight left. Having spent an hour or so additionally talking to Dia, you're going to be there right on the cusp of any remaining daylight.
I don't know how long to follow it.
What time did you say it was? Like now again? So it was morning. We set off for a couple of hours.
So it's around midday now.
It's around midday now. If we keep following them, at least, yeah, we'll be going in a somewhat similar direction. And it won't be too far to head around. And maybe it would be good to scope this thing out. We want to scope this thing out, I think, with plenty of daylight. We don't want to be dark. As much as we've got dark vision, that doesn't really help. Like that's still not great.
Okay.
But if we're moving now, we'll get there at night time. So yeah, let's just keep following it, and then tomorrow we can make back up the trail. I'm sure we'll be fine.
You start following it, and an hour passes. Hour and a half passes. Around the hour 45-minute mark, as you guys are maybe considering that this isn't worth it to sort of keep deviating. You are making progress sort of in the right direction, but you are also deviating, and indeed it does sort of take a little bit more of a shift. These tracks take a little bit more of a shift westwards, simply due to the terrain. It's a little bit more flat and level as it curves west, rather than having to go. You can see it sort of east. Thank you. Yes. Rather than having to go over these, you sort of see there's some few rising hills ahead of you. You spot a figure in the distance. Just a lone figure walking along with a pack on their shoulder and hood up. Is all you can see of them from this distance where you first.
How far away?
A good distance away. You know, they are on the cusp of your vision, so maybe half a mile, something like that.
Do you have a telescope from when we were on the boat?
No, these are just my hands. Yes.
I really just want to, gallop fast.
Yeah. we could just sort of speed up to him and ask him if he's okay, I guess. I mean, it's not irregular to see people out here, but considering there's like wyverns hanging around, I feel like it's probably wise to maybe ask. I am somewhat aware that we have derailed this entire thing because we found a fox and a set of footprints. But hey, let's get, I'm gonna sort of speed up and try and catch up to them.
Okay. So you guys pick up a little bit of pace, trying to close the distance quickly. You see, as you're riding along, this figure turns and looks back over their shoulder.
I wave frantically with a smile on my face because I think that's how friends do things.
Okay, make a persuasion check for me.
Can I give her advantage by trying to get in front of her and never mind.
Them.
But yeah, trying to get in front of her, just not allow him to see her. But just wait, like holding up a hand, being like, "Hey, a friendly way, not a frantic, terrifying way."
Yeah, you see this figure regards you for a second as you're riding up and seems to hesitate between several options. You're not quite sure. You see their hand as they've sort of rise gently over their shoulder before they seem to think better of it, and lower it to their side, and they just sort of wait for you to approach.
Woohoo! Get there.
Hello. My name is Stix. That's Arwen. That's Klari. That's Neo. Who might you be? It's. Do you not know it's dangerous to walk these lands alone?
This figure is, you can see, he's quite world weary and travel sore. His boots have certainly seen better days. His cloak is ragged and stained. He looks quite thin, as if he's not been eating well for a little while. He has the air of a rather healthy man that's fallen on some hard times. He's got a pack slung over his shoulder with like a bedroll on it, and he's got a sword slung over one shoulder as well.
Yeah, does he have a name? Did he say anything?
Just looks you all over and it's like, you can see as well recently he's got underneath his shirt, you can just sort of see some bandages like poking out as if he's recently sustained a large injury to sort of his chest or back or something like that. You can see he's got some heavy bandages wrapped around. And just sort of, looks you all over and says, well, name to me own and I know it's dangerous in these roads, but what about you? I mean, what are you all doing here?
Well, we're on our way to, well, what are we doing? We were on our way to potentially help someone that we think might be in trouble. But we couldn't help but notice the small shrine and the footsteps that were leading from it, and we thought, a bit dangerous, people could be walking on their own, a bit, thing like that, so we just wanted to come and make sure you're alright. Also a weird fox that, like, left. You haven't seen a fox around here, have you?
No, not myself. I've not, well, let's say, as you've ascertained, I'm been travelling on my own for a little while, and I stopped at the shrine last night, hoping the gods would bring me some protection. And some,
Us.
well,
We are protection.
wasn't really thinking they would send someone. I was more just hoping they would keep the beasts off me for a few nights.
We can keep the beasts off you for a few nights.
Alright.
To the quarry.
Yeah,
Because that's where we're going.
well, or there's the place that we were just at. Like, send people there.
You're clever.
Thank you. I will need that in writing. Might partially be to this little tiara on my head. Anyway. Yes, there is a, oh, what would you call it? The temple? Was it a temple? Monastery, that was it. There is a monastery not too far from here, just south of our, southwest of our position. About half a day's ride. They'll take care of you. They told us to sort of find anyone, any wary travellers along the road and sort of tell them of their location, I guess. And, well, here we are telling you. So I guess we've sort of flying with the bargain with that one. If you need a place to go, if you need a place to stay, if you need a place where people will watch over you and get rid of monsters. You say monsters. What monsters are after you exactly?
Well, my main concern is the monster of man.
That's a fair point. Well, us running up to you probably wasn't the best. Probably wasn't the best thing. Then was it?
Why are you worried about men?
Well, it did put me a little on edge, but you don't look like the king's soldiers, so.
Why is it you're on edge about finding the king's soldiers, then, good sir?
Well, make a persuasion check for me.
Oh, I got shit. Let's
How
go.
much he feels like opening up? 22.
Fucking A.
Well, why don't we have a seat by the side of the road and I'll tell you my tale. And he dumps his pack off his shoulder and starts rifling through it and pulls out a small little tripod and a little
Is he vlogging?
tripod?
He's gonna start making a video.
Oh, vlogging, not logging.
No.
No, he pulls out a small little like stand and stands like a metal kettle on it, and like drops in some herbs and pours in a little bit of water and starts kindling a small fire underneath it. He's making tea.
Okay.
For a man on the run, it's very relaxed.
He's incredibly relaxed, isn't he? We should all aspire to be as relaxed when we're in such a dire situation.
So he offers you all tea, if you like some.
I'm fine, thank you. I had tea this morning. I try not to have too many cups.
Anyone accepting the offer of tea?
I don't know him, so no.
Okay. Klari?
Taking some tea.
Tea?
Yeah.
From a stranger?
From a stranger.
I'm gonna go with no.
There we go. We're all good for tea.
Neo will have tea,
Oh God, Neo.
because he rolled a 1 on his insight check.
Oh, fine.
So Neo accepts a cup and he sits with him on the ground. And he says, "Well, I used to be a man in the army. I shouldn't be anymore, but they still consider me to be one." He rolls up his sleeve, and you can see on his forearm is tattooed a royal insignia, and there are 5 tally marks tattooed underneath it. So this is supposed to show that I'm done with my time. That I've served and I get to go home, but unfortunately, it's not to be. Well, for whatever reason, they've decided not to let me go. And he proceeds to tell you a reasonable piece of his personal history. He explains how he started out in the army and he served for a good couple of years. And he, the group he was part of, the regiment he was part of, he made some good friends, and he had a good commander who was a halfling called Jun.
Jun.
Yeah, and tells you a few tales about Jun, who seemed to have incredible luck until eventually his luck ran out and he was killed. And it was when his commander was replaced with a man called Roth that things took a turn for the worst. His first commander, Jun, was firm but fair, saw all the men and treated all the men as equals despite his station as a commander, and there was generally good camaraderie between. The second commander, Roth, was an asshole, is how he describes him. He would pick favourites and was unnecessarily sort of cruel and bullying, certainly to new recruits and things like that. And his favourites would get more leniency. They would get the lighter duties and things like that. And those of them who didn't side, those of them within the regiment that didn't side with this bullying air and things like that, found themselves being treated more and more harshly and marginalised. Roth was also, he explains he caught him several times taking bribes and things. And a few of the jobs that he felt like they ended up getting sent on, he wasn't sure, they didn't seem in relation to what he initially did in the army, and he almost feels like that Roth had subcontracted them out to someone else to collect, and was essentially hiring out the army's men as mercenaries and pocketing the coin for it. He says that he on one night he overheard him talking to a stranger, not part of the army, in his tent. They were laughing and joking and talking about what they would spend their money on and things like that. But he also said that Roth seemed afraid at times of this figure, like this figure was in charge and in control. He saw him briefly when they were leaving. He was this incredibly sort of seasoned veteran. He looked like not hugely physically imposing, but he had an aura, a presence to him, with mismatched eyes. But he said when he looked at him, it always looked like he looked through him, like he could see more. And he also gives you a name. It says that he overheard that this figure was someone called Crowley. It seemed involved in some sort of crime or something like that. But he says when his time came, when he was due to leave the army, they wouldn't let him, and so he thinks that Roth had built up this core, this group that he had control of and that he was making money off, and he didn't want that broken up or ruined, despite the fact that some of them weren't loyal to him. He also kind of downplays it a little bit, but he says that he tries to sort of downplay it, but you can tell he's a little bit proud that he was quite good at his job as a soldier, and that he had, the way he talks about it, he always mentions his friend on the battlefield, but he never gives it a name. And if anyone wants to make it just a perception check for me.
I was just about to say, could I make one as well? Could I potentially give Arwen advantage? Or can I make one?
Yeah, you can make your own one if you wish.
Much better.
You pick up Stix as the way that, and partly in the way that as he's sat, he's taken this sword off his back and he's laying it across his knees. And while he talks, he's just sort of gently just running a hand over the scabbard. And you get the sense that there is a little bit more to this sword, the way he talks about a friend on helping him on the battlefield and things like that. But he doesn't give them a name. He's been relatively free with names of other things that people have done.
What was this guy's name?
He didn't give you his name.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't.
Didn't he?
No. He didn't give you his name.
I thought it was like Phil or something.
No, he hasn't given you his name.
I swear. Really?
Really?
He gave us other friends' names or other like commanders' names, but not.
He gave you other people's names, but not his name.
When we asked his name, he didn't
He
say.
didn't give it to you, no.
What did he say then?
He said his name was his own.
I thought he said his name was Leo.
Abby scribbles out.
Oops. This guy's suspicious. I now don't trust him. I thought he had given us his name. I don't like him anymore.
I think some people have every right to be secretive. That doesn't bother me. But it bothers me when I don't know what I was going to say. I don't have a problem with it. I think that's fine. It's a bit odd, but everyone has their secrets, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, well, not Leo.
Okay, well, his own. If you do wanna place to rest, all that sounds kind of awful.
I would like to return home to my farm. It was supposed to be being taken care of for me in my absence. My neighbor is a good man, and he said he served his time when I was a boy, and said he would, and my father looked after his farm, and I helped on that while he was away, and he said he would do the same for me after my father passed, and when I should have left that bloody sword at home.
Sword?
But sometimes I think this is the only thing that's got me through.
Sword?
Yeah, the sword he's got across his knees at the moment.
So it was someone else's first?
No, this belonged to my father, and to his father, and so on, as far back as it goes.
Right.
If you'd asked my father, he could have told you the name of every man that had owned it.
Oh, I thought you could say something else.
But I was never drawn to it. He relished his time in the army. He served 10 years, but he served his time and he never came home. So they sent what little they could of his effects back to us, and I committed myself to farming until my conscription came through.
Where do you live?
Me? I grew up on the shores of the Rose Lake. Well, not right the shores, a little ways off. Not the Rose, that's the wrong lake. Fucking shit. I grew up on the shores of the Winterstone Lake. In the foothills of the mountains there.
Okay. Well,
You're walking in the wrong direction.
I know.
Are you sure you know?
I do. I'll get home.
Where are you headed if you're walking in the wrong direction?
Anywhere they don't know my name.
I thought you said you wanted to get home.
But
A man can dream.
because
But
he's
madness
one
has to be realistic.
that would obviously be like the first place they'd look. Well, that temple we mentioned, the monastery we mentioned, it's a nice place. It's you know, should you find yourself wanting a place to rest your weary head, your weary wanted head, you can. I'm sure you can go there, and they're like lost souls. Apparently, they kept saying first to find people on the road who could use a hand. I think you could probably use a hand. So there you go.
Where is this place you speak of?
It's southeast of here. No, southwest of here. Monastery. It's pretty huge. Can't miss. About half a day's ride. So about 3/4 of a day's walk. But they took us in and gave us food and clothing and things like that. You can have a wash, so.
Thank you, my friends.
It's okay.
Stix, was it?
Indeed. Like a bundle.
I will consider what you have said. Not every place is friendly for someone who is on the run.
That's understandable. We'd better get going. Think he ain't gonna save themselves. So, have fun. Be safe. Check out that monastery. Good seeing you. Yeah, head there if you're feeling lost. Zuriel, bless you.
Yeah, as you say, he just packs up all these little things, puts his little kettle away, and he pours the tea that hasn't been poured and drunk into a little like a little skin with a little stopper in it. Save it for later. Packs up his little tripod and things. And as you mount up Stix, he reaches up a hand, and again you can see this one with a tattooed forearm, and grasps yours in like a warrior's grip, forearm to forearm, and he says, "Got it."
What does that mean?
I'm assuming.
Oh!
Garrett.
Well,
Garret.
nice to meet you, Garrett. Take care of yourself, my man. So long.
And he just sets off. He turns and starts heading southeast.
Excellent. In which case, we'd best hurry along. See if we can't try and make it at least nearer the quarry before sundown.
Well, Hugo seems to take a lot of interest in whatever it is in the night time, so well, every time he's perked up it's been while we're sleeping, so it's probably better if we get there near.
Yeah, sounds good.
So
Yeah.
it won't be a bad idea.
Yeah, no, sounds good.
Let's ride.
Okay. You guys mount up on your various steeds.
Indeed.
And make your way.
Would you mind if we just take a quick 5-minute break?
Yeah, that would be a good spot for a quick break.
Indeed. Awesome. she's brief. And things need to be fought.
Cool. Well, diving straight back in then.
Yes.
You guys ride on. You navigate in what you believe to be the right direction, and slowly the sun starts going down. It starts getting a bit colder as you start losing the light. Not like, oh my god, it's cold, we're gonna freeze to death. But just the usual. The sun's gone. It's chilly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the sun starts to set, and you are not in sight of the quarry. You're not quite sure whether you're close or not. What would you like to do? Are you going to press on?
Yeah.
Into the night in
so.
search of?
Yeah. Arwen, keep an eye on Hugo. See if he tells you anything or indicates anything potentially. Yeah. Otherwise, press on.
Is fairly placid. Riding along with you. Yeah. So the sun fully sets, and you start having to take things a little bit more slowly and carefully as visibility drops. You can now, in the darkness, only see around sort of 60 feet in front of you guys with your dark vision. Do you keep pushing on into the night, or are you going to make camp? You've been going about an hour past sunset now.
Do we see any indication of the quarry or anything like that? Or at least anywhere to stay?
Make a perception check for me.
Good. But shit. Well, that saddens me.
I will make one too, just to... Oh.
You guys don't know. Really unsure how close you are to it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there you are.
Should we just camp for the night? I feel like we could keep going a little bit longer because the sun's only just set, but.
Well, yeah, like it's said about an hour ago. I feel like yeah, I'm happy to go. I'm happy to go like another hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Okay. Make a survival check for me. One or both of you.
Ooh. Can I try and assist Arwen, giving her advantage?
Roll again.
Oh.
So even in the dark,
Out of the park.
you have kept it seems you've kept a reasonable idea of where you are and where you think you should be going, and you are able to adjust your course by the light of the stars and align yourself so you still think you're heading in the right direction. You in fact think you got a little bit off course before, but you have managed to correct it. You're doing well.
Sweet. Okay.
As you're riding along, a couple of hours into full night now, the sun well and truly set. Normally you would have made camp. That Hugo starts to fidget in the saddle again, demonstrating these familiar signs of anxiety and yearning.
Okay.
And he immediately sends you the same image as before of this perspective from the bottom of a hole looking up with this trapped emotion.
Does he indicate some kind of direction? You know, like, is he sort of looking a particular way or anything like that?
Yeah, it seems you guys are travelling in the right direction at the moment, heading to where you believe this quarry to be.
Okay. We definitely need to keep going then, because now we have like a set direction.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Can you sleep on the back of Elvis?
I don't know, it's a very good question. Can I sleep on the back of Elvis? I'm assuming no.
No.
Why not?
Oh no, I have to be conscious for him to be like up. Okay. Well, why don't we? Oh, why don't we make camp here for the evening? We know, obviously, so we've spent, say, most of the day going, or at least some of the day going forward, and then we veered off a little bit, but we were still going in the right direction, and now we're continuing on. We've got to be fairly close. We're going to get there tomorrow sometime, probably midday. So why don't we try and sleep now so that we're ready for it? Ready for whatever the fuck's going to happen. I'm ready for whatever the hell's in there. My only concern is there was things of wyverns and we're going to be like out in the open. Now I don't know if they can see in the dark, but that's still creepy.
Yes.
But I'm somewhat. I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, what do we get from a short rest?
Short rest, just rolling hit dice.
Okay.
Yeah, none of you are warlocks or wizards, so you don't get any spell slots back.
Would we get a rest? So if we were to do a short rest, because I haven't actually used that many spells. So if we were to do a short rest, would that stave off potential sort of exhaustion for a little while longer?
Yeah.
Yeah, then actually that might be the way to go.
Yeah.
Have sort of hours, just relax, I guess, and then that's a good idea. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys all dismount. You kind of settle in. Hugo gets more and more frantic as you guys stop moving. Just make a quick perception check for me. I assume you guys have sort of still been moving forwards while you've been discussing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we've been discussing things and stuff. Yeah. Perception check. Where are you? I can't read.
Things to do with Hugo. Do I have advantage because I'm his best mate?
Oh shit! Yeah, take the first one. Sadly, it's a 1 and a 2. Well, that's sad.
Okay. So you guys start to dismount. Hugo gets quite frantic when you all start to slow down and stop. He gets very agitated and you won't settle, Arwen. You're having a very difficult time trying to essentially hold on to him.
No. If I keep walking, can they catch up?
You can try if you want.
Yeah.
I mean, if you walk for an hour, they're certainly going to be a long way behind you.
How long do you think it would take to get to? Do I know how long it would possibly take to get to the quarry?
No. You think you're in the vicinity, and Hugo has certainly picked up on the whatever it is again.
Okay. Okay, no, we'll sit for a short rest.
Yeah. We'll sit for a short rest,
Yeah.
and then we'll.
How long's the short rest?
1 hour.
That's fine. Please don't let him run away from me. I will. I will not be okay. Don't get his stats up.
No.
Make a strength check for me.
Oh no!
I'll start crying.
He breaks free with your hand as you guys are settling down and you're trying to sort of like unload the horses.
I'm going. I'll see you guys later. I'm not losing my boy. I chase after him.
Would I have noticed this happening?
Yeah, you definitely notice Arwen start like chasing. He doesn't get very far. He's got less than half the movement speed that you have on the ground.
Can I scoop him up and carry on walking in the direction?
Yeah.
Just so he's not gonna.
Okay. Yeah, you scoop him up and he is still agitated, but as you move in what he determines the right direction, he stops trying to get out because you're actually moving faster than he does on the ground.
Okay. I'm just gonna, walk backwards and be like, I'll see you in a bit. I'm just gonna go for a walk. I'm to sleep.
Oh dear God! It's like having a baby. I mean, it is literally a baby. Just gonna walk around the house and see if they fall asleep.
You walk for about 5 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and it seems you have eventually walked within range of the thing that he's been hearing from miles and miles away. And you finally hear this sort of yowling, screeching roar.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna. So they're all still back over there, but it's only been 5 minutes, right?
I don't know. Are
Did
you
you
following
follow?
Arwen or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think if she's gone up, I'll probably.
Yeah, she comes chasing after.
Oh, actually, I mean, so she's just gone chasing after Hugo, right?
Hugo, yeah. And she's carried on walking
We
away
were-
from where you guys
Yeah,
were
we were in
planning
the
to
middle of
settle and
a
rest.
Did she look like she was? Did she make any indication that she was like going to be back?
Well, I was just, like try and get Hugo to sleep and then be back.
Okay, then in which case I'm probably just going to stay where I am. I'll be awake and like looking over,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll probably just stay where we are when Neo is.
Okay. So
Like
you
that.
walk for about 5 minutes,
Mhm.
and you hear this noise, this screech that cuts the night just on the edge of your hearing.
Okay. Can I say to Hugo, we now know where it is. Me, here, rar. We go get Stix
Sticks.
and Neo, and then come back here.
Okay. What?
I'm just letting him know so he doesn't try and run away. Okay.
And you get a brief moment of sort of calm, but he also gives you sort of the emotion of urgency.
That's why we are getting sticks.
Why is this
Because it's a stick.
Oh yeah. No, that makes sense.
Okay, so what do you do?
I like Neo's curly
Come on.
Curly ramsels.
Okay, I'm gonna hold
Mm-hmm.
him
Yeah.
and start walking
You're
back.
going to start walking.
Yeah, and I'm gonna stroke him. Be like, it's okay, we are coming back. I pinky promise, little pinky promise.
Okay, so you walk for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And you start walking back.
So it's gonna be a 5-minute walk back. So it's not even that long.
Okay.
No, it's a 2-minute jog. I'll jog
I'm going to jog. Okay.
with my child.
Okay. If you're jogging,
Yeah.
you make it back before he starts getting too frantic and trying to
Excellent.
get away from you again.
Good.
Oh,
Lads,
alright.
we need to go now.
You need to go now.
Yeah. Or at least.
I'm assuming it hasn't been the equivalent of like a short rest.
No, it hasn't. made
It's
it to
been
a short
10 minutes.
rest.
Fuck it. Fuck it, we'll be fine. Let's go.
We won't get exhausted for another at least 2 hours.
Yeah.
At least.
Okay.
It's only 5 minutes away. Or 2 minutes at a run.
So you all start moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. And after a few minutes of walking, you start to hear these sounds again. And there's this screeching that seems to be cutting the night. And then as you walk for a further few minutes, you start to hear other sounds undercutting it. There seems to be these periodic cracks that split the night, as well as voices. You can't quite make out what they're saying, but there seems to be numerous voices shouting and overlapping each other.
They're trapped. We must free them. They're being mean to animals.
Wait, what? So these voices, are they speaking in like a language we might understand?
Yeah, you think it would be common. They're just a little bit sort of too far away with the echoing of this creature screeching. You can't work out what the words are just yet, but you're pushing forwards towards it.
Okay.
And then sort of pushing out of the darkness, you start to see a couple of pinpricks of light ahead of you, and you realise you have reached the edge, close to the edge of this this quarry, and there are a few sort of pinpricks of torchlight from within. And you can now hear the shout, the cracks, which are much clearer and much louder, and the screeching is echoing around. It's much louder, and you can hear the shouts of "Hold, pull, keep it pinned," and so on.
Oh shit. This not good.
And I will put you, if I can remember where it is, on the map.
There's a man.
And so there are a few trees and things that are giving you cover around this area. As the days wore on, it has grown a little more vegetative, and as you push out now, you can see a little bit of a glow coming up from the edge, from sort of down in the edge, torchlights, things like that. And you can see one man with his back to you.
Okay. See a man with his back to us. Is he armed?
Yeah, he's got a torch in one hand, you can see, and he's got He's got a bow slung over his back as well, and then he's got a sword on his hip.
If I may very briefly speak for Clary,
That's what I was
because I feel like she would want to be very stealthy and try and take the guy.
ask Clary to go. Where's my mouse? Like to go here and just see down if there's any, like what's going on down there. Because she's the stealthiest and she's very good at stealth.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
If you wish to be stealthy, we can enter what Ben and I have worked on as stealth initiative.
Ooh, exciting.
Yes. So, a couple of things. We'll enter initiative, but generally, bad guys aren't going to do much unless you give yourselves away. They'll sort of stay fairly static or patrolling around. Also, in this, rounds are 12 seconds, which represents you guys moving more slowly and carefully for stealth, but you still get your full movement speed for the round. But you do have to bear that in mind for spells that are concentration based and last a minute. Say they will only last 5 rounds instead of 10, for example. You still get all your regular actions per turn, so you can move, attack. So you move, your action, your bonus action. However, you can essentially, in stealth, eliminate enemies immediately. So rather than rolling to hit, dealing damage,
So just
and
like
removing hit
a
points,
stealth
you can
attack.
sneak up to them and just take them out, provided they are of a certain level, which is 1/4 of your, provided their CR is 1/4 of your player level, rounded up. So you guys are level 7, so you can take out anything up to CR2 in terms of difficulty.
So exciting.
Melee hits to take people out are normal, but rolling ranged hits to take people out requires everyone gets a bonus to their AC, because you're trying to, from range, hit that one-shot kill to the head or the throat or something like that. So it's a much smaller target than just trying to hit someone. But in melee, you can say you're close enough to, get up behind them and slit their throat, or stab them, in the under the jaw or something like that. So melee is their regular AC. Ranged is a bonus to their AC.
Cool.
There's a few other things like their awareness and things will go up. At the moment, they all start obviously unaware of you, but their awareness will go up as if you're potentially alerted.
Okay.
So,
Are we thinking these guys are sort of like poachers?
Yeah, I think,
Therefore, are we happy to kill them?
yeah. Kill the humans, free the animals, whatever they are.
Okay. Okay.
So, with that in mind then,
Can I do something for initiative, or do I have to wait for initiative?
no, we don't have to enter stealth initiative just yet.
Can I cast Pass Without Trace on everyone, just so we're stealthy?
Yeah, you can. So Pass Without Trace you cast on yourself and
Oh, yeah.
everyone who, while they remain within 30 feet of you.
Let us move as a unit.
Indeed.
So you can do that, and then we'll.
Nice.
Because initiative can be a little bit wishy-washy in this. You don't have to be locked into turns quite as firmly. So yeah, you can have that before we roll initiative.
That's how I cast spells.
Neo. Let's just do all of those. Okay.
Are we rolling initiative?
Yes, please.
Bloop. Bloop. Good job I did that before initiative.
And bloop.
Okay. Right, so lots of things to deal with.
Did Neo get an 11 or a 12?
He got a 13.
Oh, it was almost so good.
Yes, I have a lot of things to write down now. So we've got these guys first. And then it's going to be you, I believe. Yeah, there's you, and then this will also, if proper initiative is called, I will declare that we're going to full initiative, and we will do turns like normal.
Nice.
Sounds good.
Then we've got who's next? 14, 13, 10. So I need to look up what your initiative modifier is because it's actually going to matter. Didn't think I'd need it. I need to bet it's high. Relatively +3, interesting. Okay. So we've got Klari. Got 13. Stix. Neo. Arwen. Oh, and I need to put that in there as well. Fuck it, that doesn't matter where it rolls, it's going at the bottom of initiative. Simply because I declare it and I've written out my list. Okay. So, for the most part, all you can see, there's a few shouts and things. You can hear the crack of a whip, you realise now, going, and the shouts of hold, pull, and things like that. As sounds like the sounds of they're trying to. You can hear sort of the clank of a few chains and something like massive trying to shake itself. And this guard just walks 5, 10, 15. 20 feet in this direction.
Okay.
And he's holding his torch and he's looking down into the pit. Klari is first.
Excellent. Right. So yeah, she is gonna move down, I think, 5 or 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Okay.
I'm going to try and take a look down into the pit. I think she's now further away than the Pass Without Trace.
Yeah, can I just ask, even though we're in a different initiative order, can we still all move at the same time?
Yeah, so she can essentially benefit from... That's not what I meant to do.
How are you doing?
I don't know, I've accidentally opened a new tab on my phone. So yeah, she can... I'll still allow her to benefit from Pass Without Trace.
Okay, cool.
As long as you're planning on, moving up in the same direction. Let's just reveal all of that. So, do you want to zoom out a little bit on there? So Klari can. Yeah, just.
Ooh. Muy interesante.
Ooh, reload.
So actually what I'll do is reveal that much I think is about sort of what Klari can see.
Ooh, it's another human.
Tis human. Hello, human. Hello, human. How goes the humaning?
That's all Klari can see, looking sort of forwards and down.
Right, okay.
This area where, this drop where Klari is, if you look off, is about 45 feet straight down here.
45 feet straight down, okay.
Yeah.
And she will not do anything else. How would you rule the sleep spell?
In what regard?
So obviously for the purposes of this, so for the sleep spell you need to roll above their max hit points, right?
Yeah.
But obviously for the purposes of this, we're not doing max hit points, it's just bonk you down.
Sleep, I will say, still requires max hit points because it's a spell.
Okay.
Spells and things. What did I write? I believe. Where did I write for spells? Spells deal their normal damage. Because a spell is a spell, and it's not quite so like you can just be like, oh well, I want my, guiding bolt to really hit them in the head. It's still just guiding bolt,
Right.
And if you cast, you have to make a stealth check if you are casting a spell within 15 feet of someone. As long as the spell has verbal components. If it doesn't have verbal components, then you can just do the wavy in silence.
I think she will. I think she would probably like to attempt to cast sleep on this guy, just so that everyone can get up and get by a little bit better.
Okay.
I'm really sorry if it doesn't work, but there we go.
If it doesn't work, would they not even notice? It's not like it's a...
I will look at the spell sleep.
I'll put it in the chat. So the creature has the lowest current hit points. Each creature in the affected falls unconscious until the spell ends. The sleeper takes damage, or someone uses an action to shake or slap the sleeper awake. Subtract each creature's hit point from the total before moving on to the next creature. A creature's hit points must be equal to or less than the remaining total for that creature to be affected. Undead and creatures immune to being charmed aren't affected by this spell.
Okay. What level are you casting the spell at?
She will cast it at second level.
Okay, so that is 7d8.
Jesus.
78, because I'm very scared that it's going to roll a lot under, and she's going to save her second level spell slot. So 7d8, roll 34. Please tell me less than 34 hit points.
This figure standing there on the edge with his torch, and you see his head drop, and he stutters for a step and steps forwards, and then sort of leans forwards, and then almost sort of like snaps himself awake and catches it, and then collapses back
Okay. Okay.
on the ground, his torch
Whew.
falling in the grass beside him.
Oh no.
It's fine. That is totally fine. That'll be fine.
He is. What's a good one for asleep?
Is there a pillow?
I believe there is a sleeping one.
Oh yeah, that's a good one for asleep. It's a little face with its eyes closed. And he falls asleep.
Excellent. And that's Klari.
Okay. Stix. Your
Stix.
next person.
He will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. No. He will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's going to go over to here. And can I take a bit of a look? See
Yeah. I'll reveal a little more of the map.
over the edge.
How many feet of me do they have to be? Is it 30? 30 feet.
I believe I've probably not revealed enough actually for Clary's dark vision.
I know she does have pretty damn good dark vision. She gets very good dark vision, eh?
Yeah, no, I'm realizing I'm massively sort of miscalculated how fast 60 feet of dark vision is on this map. Fuck it, let's go for that. Let's go reveal.
Oh, damn. Oh,
Well,
there's a
reveal
Minotaur.
all of that down there.
Or at least a guy who looks suspiciously like a
I'll reveal
Minotaur.
all of that as well, just to account for Clary seeing a little bit more. So Clary would have seen, and what Stix can now see from the edge is indeed this Minotaur standing there with this great long whip that glints with this metallic shine as it whips backwards and forwards and cracks, and you can see it sort of opening lashes across the flank of this wyvern that has two massive chains like slung over it, and on either end of these chains are these half ogre looking figures that are holding it, and they're trying to pull it tight to stop it like spreading its wings and like getting into the air as this Minotaur attempts to cow it with a whip and get it under control, it seems. And it's sort of screeching and screaming and bucking and trying to like flap its wings, and these four figures each at the end of a chain, and they're like straining, trying to hold it in place, keep it from flying away, keep it pinned to the ground.
Someone's
Okay.
going to die.
Yeah, this guy is out for 1 minute, so I think we'll be alright. And we got all this going on.
Yeah, you would also see him as well, Stix, from your position there.
That's an issue.
Nah. We'll be fine.
Actually, yeah, I've said they're holding torches. So what I'm just gonna do is, in
Oh
fact,
no.
as you look over the edge, you can see the sources of these little glows seem to be a number of men stood around, and even if you can't necessarily sort of make them out in detail, you can sort of see, you know, through the sort of the grey gloom of your dark vision, you can see them slightly illuminated by this torchlight. Even if it's quite a weird experience looking at a man standing in a very small pool of light in a sort of a void of darkness.
Okay. I think that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Actually, think I'll move. No, so I'll move 30 feet to get here. I'm having a look around.
I wasn't moving anymore.
I
Unless
think.
you're moving towards the sleeping man.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna hold here for a minute, and yeah, sort of hold
Okay.
in this position.
Next is Neo. Neo will say to you, Arwen, give me Hugo. I'll hold on to him here because he's not good at. Because I'm not good at the stealth. Neo's not good at the stealth. So it's like if something happens, he'll come running.
Okay.
But you're good at sneaking around.
I'm gonna give Hugo a hug
Okay.
and say, go to Uncle Neo. Say, I love you. I'll be back soon.
If Mother doesn't return, be strong.
Oh dear Lord.
I will save the dragon man for you. Does he say anything to me in my brain?
He just gives you a little chirp.
Does that mean I love you?
Maybe.
You mean maybe? Yay! Oh, I love him. So cute.
And then it is your turn, Arwen.
Right. Plans have changed.
Okay.
Stix is still gonna get the stealthy stealth because Klari is stealthy, so it's fine.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, ooh, 25, 30. This torch that's on the floor, is it going to set everything on fire?
No, the ground is quite damp. It is sort of
okay.
sputtering as if it's about to go out.
I was really worried it was going to set everything alight. And it was all
Clary puts a man to sleep. Accidentally starts a forest fire.
Nature paladins for you, eh?
Hey, Clary put him to sleep. I just.
Oh, that's true.
This man. Can I just quickly look at the other guards? Do they look like they want to be there? Are they, are they doing their job good?
Make a perception check for me. They're at disadvantage given how far away a lot of them are from you and poorly illuminated.
Damn it.
You can't really tell. I mean, from this distance, you can't. And none of them have seemed to have heard it, or have said anything you've heard yet. So you can't pick up on whether any of them have any swinging emotions you could potentially play off.
Death is happening then.
Okay.
This guy's not waking up.
Okay.
Well, that's pretty dark.
What do I have to do now? Like, how does
You have
stealth
to
work?
roll to hit.
I can miss a sleeping man?
You can not stab him well enough, essentially.
You can not stab him
So you
somewhere.
have advantage on this roll. You don't have to make a stealth check to get to him because he is asleep.
Yes.
But you have advantage on this roll, certainly, because he is asleep.
Well, that sucked.
15 is enough.
Oh, good. Do I have to...
You don't have to roll damage.
Excellent.
He is just dead.
Cool. Cool. Can they see his dead body? Do I think?
He is human, so they don't have as good a vision in the darkness.
Okay, might just leave him there.
But it's certainly, if someone did find him, that would be bad.
Murder bush.
Okay. So how far have you moved?
30 feet.
So you've only...
Hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, I think it was 30.
Okay, so you've got 10 feet of movement left. Except you move at half speed while dragging someone. So you've only got 5 feet of movement left. So you can
Well,
move.
he's going to be a bit away from
Okay,
me.
so which direction are you moving in?
Might put him here.
So you're going to move straight up, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. And then oops. Boop.
Okay.
So he's not like visible from the ledge
Yeah.
or through that bush. But I'm still close enough to Stix. It's all good.
Okay.
My next plan is going to be really risky. But they're human, so they can't see shit. So it might just work.
Okay. The wyvern is still attempting to buck its way free, but is unsuccessful so far. And bandits. This is gonna be weird. So this one is going to move into your vision. He's going to move around here a little bit. Yeah, this one moves along to a spot you obviously can't see, and this one moves along here, and so you'll see their lights sort of overlap, and you can actually see that one of them is sort of looking down at the other one. That you can't hear what they're saying, but you can having a chat. But that's where they move, except for this one, which does move. You can notice him walk around. Walks around the back and gets to this side of that rock and starts making his way this way. So he's still looking in, but he's sort of like, his body is turned to walk towards you guys, but his head is still like looking down into the pit. There are a number of sort of torches and things scattered around in here that seem to be illuminating the area. Or low down in the pit so that they can see what the ogres and things are doing. But not many. And most of the ogres sort of had theirs and like stabbed them into the ground when they took up these chains. Okay, the Minotaur is still swinging away with his whip, and we go back to Klari.
So Klari is going to see all those over there, them two, and go, nah, you're good, bro. And she will instead 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Can she move there? 40?
Yeah.
Sort of hug up against that
You
wall.
can just like hug in against the side of the cliff.
And she will attempt to throw. Wait, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, he's just within range. But then throwing things. No, she's not going to throw anything. She knows better than that. She's going to remain where she is.
Okay.
In the comfort of stuff. Although she can dash as a bonus action because she's Klari.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, she's not going to do that. She's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and give me all.
So make a
Arwen.
stealth check for me. Just to.
Plus 10.
Yep, you get plus 10 because you're within 30 feet of Arwen.
think she's fine.
21, yeah.
That's a 2. That's a 2.
Yeah,
Oh,
so you
Lord.
can roll with advantage to hit.
Like wind in the night. Yes. Oh, Lord, why is my computer being slow?
17 with advantage. Yeah, Clary just really
Not that it matters, I just wanted to see what she'd roll for it.
nips him behind and stabs him in the back. And reaches up and cuts the throat.
And she still has 10 feet of movement left.
Yeah.
I know she's not very strong, but can she try and drag the body just a little bit, sort of this way?
Into the
So
bush.
if she's got 10 feet of movement left, she can move 5 feet while dragging the body.
Yeah. She just sort of pull it back into the shadow of it.
Yeah. Stix, your turn.
Okay. Oh, I could do something so unbelievably stupid and unbelievably senseless. So I'm not going to do it.
I love it when Ben says those words. I could do something incredibly stupid because I know hilarity is about to ensue.
Essentially, my idea was I could jump to the canyon, misty step behind this guy, and take him out. So, like, jump as far as I can into the canyon, and then from there, I would have 30 feet of misty step to get up next to this guy, and then try and take him out.
Which guy?
This guy.
Yeah.
I was to go there, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
You could also just walk around.
I could also
misty
walk.
step.
But what good story ever came from? Oh yeah, my guy just walked over there.
I just walked.
No,
That's-
heroically leaped across a quarry canyon.
Hey, I think you'll find there's an incredible tale called Lord of the Rings that involves a hell of a lot of walking.
15, 20, 25, 30. And then I'm gonna dash and go 5, 10, 15, 20. And am I gonna do it? Am I gonna do it? I know I have a. Okay.
If you're going to dash, can you make a stealth check for me?
Yes, of course I can. With plus 10.
Not if you're going to end up there.
Not if I'm going to end up there.
Range of...
Shit.
This is on the turn that I will move.
True. So you are going to move in that direction. Then...
I'm going to move in that direction to get down.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
then you can.
That's the logical step down.
Yeah. Then
Okay.
Also, I will reveal.
Oh no! Wait, no, I've dashed. I obviously can't do anything else.
Reveal this corner of the map for you guys as you have all moved over here.
So you know what? I needed that plus 10. You shit a prick. Oh, I'm fine.
So that is a 16, which is enough for you to remain undetected.
And obviously I dashed, so I can't do anything else.
You have a bonus action still?
I do, but I don't really have anything. Unless you think Thunderous Smite can be quiet.
Oh yeah.
I think
Or
the one
at the
that
very least it
specifically
costs-
states the noise
You
can be
can
heard
hear it from up to
300
300 feet away? Yes, it does, JJ, yes.
You could cast it as a bonus action,
I
though,
could
and that
cast-
would be quiet.
See, I really want to cast
Oh,
it
no.
and then knock this guy off the edge of the thing, because it also pushes them 10 feet away, and I just think that would be fantastic. But at the same time, and also a great entrance, just bang, here we are, motherfuckers. But also probably not what we're after. So I'm gonna stay hidden behind this little rock. and do nothing.
Okay.
You're responsible.
Neo is holding to Hugo.
Of course.
Oh,
Right. I'm gonna go to here. Oops, flipping it. I'm not even on the wall. I'm on the right one. Leave me alone. Jesus. Okay, that's definitely within 40 feet, so it's fine.
yeah.
Ooh, actually, can I drag this guy? Just to like... there.
So you
So
started
that'll
here.
be...
So you're going to move.
So I'm gonna move
So that's 10,
10.
15. So that's, sorry, 10, 20,
15,
30.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah, that's fine.
Sorry, which guy?
That one.
Yeah.
Into the bush.
So
It would be fine.
if
I'm
you
gonna,
move,
like,
so
go
5, 10,
5, 10,
20,
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
and he is now here.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Cool. If I... What was the shooting thing?
If you want to eliminate someone with a ranged attack, they gain a bonus to their AC to represent aiming for a smaller target like the head.
Okay. Okay, I won't do it this round, just because it's going to have to sail past some other guy's head first. Because I know Stix has a plan. So, wait, hold on. Am I 5, 10, 15, 10? Yeah. Carry on.
Stay your turn. Okay. And that Wyvern is going to attempt to break free. Can I hold it? Yeah. So not the orcs, the half ogres. The wyvern is still straining to break free, but the ogres are still holding it back, still crashing around. Before you can see, it's sort of like kicking up big clods of earth and things like that as its like claws are scraping the ground. And you can see sort of in the dim light, the wyvern it does look draconic in the dim light that you can make out, but also it doesn't have 4 legs like a dragon. So Hugo has 6 limbs, he has 4 legs, hind legs and wings. The wyvern is much more like a bat, whereas its 4 arms are also wings.
So you've got 2 legs and like
Yeah.
wingy, blah blah blah. Blah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Bat dragon.
Yeah.
Robots in disguise.
It
They're
is not
robot.
a robot in disguise. Otherwise that would be the biggest fucking reveal of my campaign. Everything is robots.
Wait, it's not all robots?
Neo was a robot all along.
He's robots.
This is how Neo sees everything. Just the code. He is in the Matrix.
No, no.
It is all an illusion. Okay. How's that going? Not great for him now. You can see his minotaur is actually lashing out with the whip, and the wyvern's head kind of snaps out and trying to bite at him, but he backsteps, and he actually like takes his offhand and just punches it on the nose as it like snaps at it.
Jesus.
Oh.
Oh my god. I'm gonna beat someone up.
I'm a
Which one punch?
And the minotaur.
I'm killing him.
Okay. You go back to Klari.
Klari is going to be the sneaky little gal she is. And she's going to go 5, 10, leap down here,
She's going to jump off.
going to jump down to here.
These little drops are all about 15 feet.
Okay, in which case she's going to jump to here.
No,
Still
it's,
gonna-
Still 15
it's
feet.
still 15 feet to drop down if you want to jump all the way down a level.
Okay, all I'm saying is she's got like +6 in acrobatics. I think she'll be okay. Potentially. I don't know. Will she take damage?
She will. It's a 15-foot drop. If she jumps, it's a 50. If she like just drops, it's 15 feet.
Okay. In which case, she's gonna climb down. The sensible option. She'll climb down there for, so what was that? That was 5, 10, that's 25, 30, 35. Let's do the stabby. I'm assuming she needs to make a stealth check.
Yeah, a stealth check to reach the target undetected.
Oh, laptop, why do you pick now to be so slow?
Yeah, that'll do it.
That'll do it. That'll do it. I like Klari.
Sorry, carry on.
And then Xing.
That will hit. One more
Wait. And
dead card.
she's only got 5 feet of movement left,
Okay.
which I'm assuming can't pull him a full square.
No.
But could it? So you've got this like log thing here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could that potentially just be enough to sort of give him a quick tug back, somewhat over the log? Not
Make
a
an
controlled
athletics check
pull.
for me to do this as part of her like motion to kill is the drag back as well.
Excellent. Are you sure that's not stealth as well? Or maybe even sleight of hand?
No, it is a physical feat to try and drag this fully grown man over the log.
Oh, that's fine.
18. Yeah, so she does that. Clary's like reaches up, hops on this log, and slits the throat. And as she drops back down, she like uses the weight of her and the momentum of like dropping down off the log to like roll this body over it.
Is anyone else concerned as to how good Klari is at killing things?
So say she manages to roll this in here behind the log.
She could kill us all in our sleep, and we wouldn't even know.
It's fine. Hugo would acid her.
That's also true. But she has evasion.
I'd steal her shoes in the afterlife.
She has uncanny dodge. You'd only be able to steal 1 shoe.
That's fine. That's even more of an inconvenience.
This is a good point. Actually, no, I would say 2 shoes gone are worse than 1 shoe, because at least with 1 shoe you could like hop over the muddy ground
Yeah,
and
no,
hop.
but everyone's going to think you're weird if you're hopping everywhere. Like, where's your shoe? Whereas if you have no shoes, it's like, oh, okay, it's just a life choice, I
It's
guess.
just one of those people. It's one of them vegan people.
Stix, what are you doing on your turn?
Stix will be fixing that voice crack. And then moving up. So we've got these 4 people left. What are we thinking of doing after we've taken them out?
I feel like we don't need to be as stealthy because they're all in one space. We don't need to be stealthy once we've taken out all the guards.
Yeah, okay, so Stix. I think it's best to leave that guy down there for either you or Klari, because that's a little bit more in view of the bad guys. So Stix will just fucking peg it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. So he's just going to dash just over there. Do I have to make a check, or...?
Yeah, just make a quick stealth check for me. It's going to be a very low DC for you to
really, really
And you'll have
lucky.
advantage. Oh, no, you have +10, sorry.
You're +10 after Arwen moves, so.
So long
Essentially,
as
unless you roll a 1.
Fucking hell. You have one job.
sometimes
Oh dear.
timing just couldn't be fucking better, could it?
So this guard,
Oh no. Oh.
sort of slowly revolves on the spot, looking up at the cliff that you are about 30 feet above him, but he just hears the heavy sort of stomping. He doesn't know what it is, but Klari and Arwen, you can see that he just sort of looks around and looks up at the cliff behind him.
Oh, this man's about to die.
Stix just slowly bends down, picks up a small twig with some leaves on it, and just sort of holds it up.
Holds it in front of his face.
This will be fine.
Yeah.
But that's all I can do.
Neo he will just move a little closer to this side. He's just going to stay behind the tree, but you guys have moved off a little bit, so he wants to try and keep you a little bit more within range. Arwen.
I think I can get there.
Okay. And you're just moving normally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I shoot this guy that's seen my mate Stix?
Yeah. Roll to hit. Maybe he does have an AC boost.
I am going to cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay. You will roll with advantage because he is unaware of you at the moment.
Ooh, how exciting. Okay, boo. 19.
It hits,
I was like, fucking Christ.
but it doesn't kill.
Can I do it again? Oh, well, I can do it again. Pew pew.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so roll damage first.
Well, it hits but doesn't kill him.
So it's beaten his normal AC, but it hasn't beaten the boost to his AC.
Oh shit! Right, yeah.
Okay, so 13 damage.
Oh, fucking shit.
It doesn't matter, but the second one would not be with advantage.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
So he is full on
Did it hit him?
aware. No, the second one doesn't. Yeah, so this is what I forgot as I was skimming through this. When you hit someone with a ranged attack, or when you target them with a ranged attack, if you beat their AC but don't beat the kill threshold, they'll take damage like normal.
Okay, but he doesn't know I'm here though still, right? I duck.
He knows where he got shot from.
I duck behind this log. And it's too high so he can't see me.
You-
He can't see me. He can't see me.
You can drop prone if you wish,
Yep, I'm on the floor.
but it will cost you some movement on your next turn.
Well, it's only like,
Half,
yeah, so it's like some feet.
20 feet.
20 whole feet.
It's half your movement speed to stand up from prone.
Can't I just crouch a bit? Like a mole
Like
in
a
a
mole.
hole.
Oh lord.
I'll allow it.
Yes!
It'll still cost you 10 feet.
That's fine.
So this guy
I'm a mole.
gets shot by an arrow. And he screams
Oh shit.
because he's been shot by an arrow.
Yeah.
All the other guards are immediately on edge.
I think they know we're here.
You can see them
I'll be fine.
scanning around and looking around.
Fine. It's fine.
And you hear across the ways, one of them shouts out, "Wait, where are the others gone? What's up? Where are their torches gone on the other side?" And gestures with his torch, and you see the Minotaur and things pause from it and look around, and they see where their allies were is now in darkness as you guys have taken them out, and all these torches have sputtered and gone out. And the one that's been shot is like, "Something shot me, it was over there," and he points in the direction of Arwen and Klari. But obviously he's just pointing sort of, like up on that ledge in that direction. He doesn't know exactly where you are. He can't see you. And so everything is now you were really close to taking him out. Which maybe something that additional difficulty may be something I adjust in future. If we do this again, we'll see how it goes. I'll have a chat with Ben afterwards. See what we think. 11 is going to break 3. One is still pinned down, and now what I'm just going to do for the sake of these, you can come far enough. Is reveal the whole map to you, so you can.
I'll be okay.
See it, and this guy is going to go 5, 10, 15. And he's just going to use the rest of his movement to try and sort of scramble down this cleft and starts making his way. This guy's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He walks all the way around.
Wait, I thought he was down here.
No, he was on the top here, talking to this guy down here, and he's just going to use all his movement to walk along the edge in your direction.
Oh no!
And this guy, he is going to stabs his torch into the ground and sort of takes up a ready position and like draws his bow.
Oh no! Which one? Sorry.
This one down here.
Ah, cool.
So you see he's just sort of like scanning. You can see he's like looking around almost quite frantically, like scanning the ledges like up to his right and above him and across the other side. Because he can't see anything at the moment. He can't see very far at all. He's only really got the small sphere of light around him. And so in the darkness, these guys can't see very far, and they can't, they can't tell where you guys are. They don't have dark vision. They've only got these small spheres of light from their torches surrounding them that they can see. And all that they've noticed is that 3 of their torchlights have gone out. And you've killed 3 of them. So they're all on edge. But they don't know, they're actively looking, but they don't know where you are. So you guys can reposition and move and things while they search if you wish.
I think we're fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Whose turn is it?
It
Clary's,
is Clary's turn, yes.
It's Clary's turn. That was an accurate depiction of Clary's voice there. Perfect. Clary will take this opportunity to try and... this is a tricky one, because they're coming our way. They're on the other side. Clary will take this opportunity to cast sleep on no one, because then they become even more alert. We need to somehow take out 4 guys at once. This is very difficult.
Easy peasy. Could do it in my sleep.
Can do it in the easies. Okay, here's what's going to happen, right? Clary is going to move 10, 15, 20, 25, and then climb up here.
Okay.
If she has the bonus action dash, she will do so.
She's moved 25, it's 15 feet to climb, so she can get up there. Just make a quick athletics check.
But isn't climbing double movement?
Yes, it is. That's a good point. So yes, they both
30 climb.
So make a quick stealth check and a quick athletics check.
Oh my god.
At least she's stealthy.
Yeah? I mean,
So
This is the stuffiest fall of her life.
it's the stealthiest fall anyone has ever witnessed.
Clary quickly runs over towards the cliff, moving low and quiet, then goes to climb it, and then sort of gets about, kind of like puts her hands up, and is kind of just like, oh shit, there are no other, like, so she like gets 2 handholds and it's like, oh shit, there are no there's no like additional handholds within her reach, so she doesn't even actually try to climb it. She just then quickly like takes her hands off the wall and like bunkers down. This is sort of like,
Crap. Okay. Okay.
Did you
So-
use all of that movement that you just used, or did you get that back?
no, she's lost it because of the natural 1, I'm saying.
With
I'm
the
just narrating it because of the high
okay.
stealth check.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering in general.
No, it was more than 15. It was like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. No, it was 25 feet plus 30 feet, which is 55 feet. She has 5. No. With a dash, she has 40 feet of movement. She has 35 feet of movement left. She's going to go 5, 10. Throw a knife at this bugger.
Okay.
Nice.
So I'm guessing we no longer need to hit, like, the increased AC.
No, if you hit, you can just hit him normally and deal regular damage.
Does she have advantage?
I'm going to say yes, because she's moved around about 45 degrees from where he was shot before, and she rolled so high on that stealth check, and Arwen is presumably going to move in that direction as well. No, you cast Hunter's Mark, so you lost Pass Without Trace.
Oh,
Oh.
fine.
Wait, is it concentration?
Yeah, both are concentration.
Oh, sauce dudes.
But she
She's
rolled a 28
throw.
anyway on stealth, so I'll say
She's going to
yes.
throw her regular dagger, not her pretty bone dagger,
Okay.
but her regular dagger. However, she only has set up the pretty bone dagger, so I'm going to roll it with the pretty bone dagger anyway.
19 hits.
Perfect. That's 5. Now that sounds bad, but that sounds better.
Oh, yeah.
22. He crumples as Clary's dagger whistles through the air.
Fantastic.
This guy, however, is going to become even more aware upon seeing his comrade he was moving to help crumple with a dagger in his head.
Okay. Stix Stix's turn now, right?
Correct.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Now tell me, per squire, can I Misty Step anywhere near this guy from where I am? Misty Step is 30 feet.
There are 2 squares you can essentially land in. One
Cool.
directly in front and one diagonally in front.
Cool, because I can't jump there, and I need the action. So, Misty Step. Hey, what's up, my guy? And and I'm going to try and I won't be rolling with... Do I roll with advantage here? And do I need to, like, beat any sort of health?
So you appear right in front of him, basically already swinging.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say roll with advantage, and I'm going to give him a bonus to his AC for him to essentially react enough that he can avoid the one-shot kill.
Cool.
Because you have just, even if you are swinging, he will have a... He moves incredibly quickly.
But
And
does he move incredibly quickly past that?
so he moves incredibly quickly. And as you appear in front of him, Stix, he reacts like ducking low as you swing your sword, and maybe just like the tip of it just catches the rocks and just slows your strike very slightly, allowing him to duck underneath it. He does not, however, avoid the second strike.
I do need to kill him like full health.
Yeah, you need to
Wow.
be fully aware.
Okay. I'm going to introduce you to my friend, Zuriel. This is, by the way, I don't have my shield.
Yeah,
So this is full two-handed.
two-handed. Okay.
And then this, my good man, comes with another one of those. That is
22 plus 13 is 35. Death does occur.
yes. Oh, I'm the stealthiest man alive.
So he Stix, you swipe sort of at head level, going for this like decapitating strike, and he reacts just in time, like dropping his torch and like just ducking underneath him, and you just see like a little, like as he like drops, his hair like whooshes up, and you slice through a few hairs at the top of his head. But before he can, like, as he starts like reaching towards his belt, as he like ducks low, you like bring this cut around and reverse it immediately at the proper level, and just with this like blazing divine power empowering your strike, just straight off at the neck.
Nice.
And bites the dust.
The most intense moment of my life. I would like to thank the Divine Smite for an 8 and a 7, and a 7 there. That was kind of insane.
That was impressive.
Yeah, on D8s, 2 7s and an 8, I will take that every day of the week. Yeah. And then I am going to do nothing, because I can't do anything anymore.
Okay. Neo is content in his bush.
Okay, thank God.
Let's try to calm Hugo.
Oh, and I'm pretty sure you can hit these guys over the other side of the thing without disadvantage.
Yeah, I think they are all within longbow range.
Is it my go? Yeah.
It is now your turn, yes.
Okay, right. 10, 15, 20. Right, I can get 20 to hit. Right?
Yeah.
This looks like a slide. I can slide down that.
You can slide down that,
Can
yeah. It
slide
does go between the
down
two
that.
levels. It will use the rest of your movement to slide to
Yes.
the bottom of it.
Yes.
And you will have to make an acrobatics check to maintain your balance.
Yeah. But it, yes, acrobatics. I accidentally did it with advantage, but it doesn't matter because it's exactly the same. Do I die?
No, you
Good,
can.
good, that's nice.
That's nice.
Yeah?
So you can get to the end, yeah. However, essentially any actions you want to take will occur within your 40-foot movement speed. So you were 20 to here, yes?
Mm-hmm.
So 5, 10, 15, 20. So any sort of
20 to the top of, literally to the
so
edge.
you will be essentially still sliding in this square with any actions you want to take. So trying to shoot your bow will be a disadvantage if you're essentially still sliding.
Picking up an arrow a bonus action?
Picking it up?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's a free action to essentially...
I would like to pick up the arrow that missed this man. That I'm guessing just it's plopped right next to him?
No, it still hit him.
No, there was one that missed him completely.
The one that missed will have like whistled off to the other side. He won't have just
Okay,
gone...
I'd like the one that hit him.
Okay, roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
Let's see what condition this arrow is in.
Absolutely dire.
Yeah,
Absolute trash.
it's busted. You like go to pull it out, and like as you pull it out, you realise that it was already like a little bit splintered from when it hit him, and he just snaps.
I kick this man.
Okay. He's a dead body.
Yeah, I still kick him.
Okay.
You ruined my arrow.
Okay.
Carry on.
Arwen is still trying to break free. It's still sucking at breaking free. And as it does so, it's like, still screeching and screaming. And this screeching is covering some of the sounds and things like that. So it's giving you a little bit of help maintaining your stealth.
Oh, I just went wee down that slide. I don't think there's stealth anymore. Joking. No, I was joking. Well.
Yeah, so that's the bandit's turn. And this one is going to pick up his torch, and he just drops down to this lower level.
Doesn't he take damage?
No, he's gonna climb down to this. Yeah.
Cool.
And this one will go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He continues to move around the edge. The Minotaur continues to... So, where are we actually? 5th round, I think. He said with the air of a man that definitely has been counting rounds since the beginning. It's not going well for him.
Did you need to count rounds?
I did, yeah.
5. Oh, carry on. I'll count them.
But yeah, and you hear him sort of shout out, "Be quiet, you mangy cur! None of the other of you put up this much of a fight. You'll learn to respect the whip."
Definitely 5.
the half ogres are just still hanging on.
What do you call him? A mangy what?
Mangy cur. Eh? It's just like an old timey insult.
I don't know, what's occurring with you?
I think it's something with a coward.
Oh. I'm gonna fight him.
You'd hear one of the ogres sort of call out, Dorvik, I'm not sure we can hold it for much longer. If it doesn't give up soon, we're gonna have to let it go.
Oh, cur actually means an aggressive or unkempt dog, especially a mongrel.
There you go. It is being aggressive.
It's like a really posh English way of calling someone a bitch.
Oh.
But, you know, like the dog bitch. Nasty to a dog.
Yeah, so you hear these ogres, they seem to be struggling to maintain their grip. They're not sure if they'll be able to control this thing much longer.
This is like a big game of snakes and ladders.
It is now you've invented slides.
Yeah.
And yeah, we move back to Clary.
Right. Clary. What can you do? You can attempt to climb this again. I guess. This time with a bit of a running start to try and leap up.
Make an athletics
You know what?
check.
She'll go here this time. It doesn't make a difference, but she'll go here this time because like that one failed her. Make an athletics check, did you say?
Yep.
Are you sure I can't use insight to see how the wall's feeling?
Whoa.
Never mind, she's
It
fine.
without any hands.
Like cartoon Roadrunner style, just straight up the
I
wall.
was gonna say the flash.
No handholds? Fine, I guess no hands. Didn't realise that was the challenge we were doing. So that's what, 15 feet, but doubled is 30 feet. And then she's going to use the rest of her 50 feet of movement to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
Also, you should be. I should have put that on before when you, because you're concentrating on Hunter's Mark.
30, 35, 40. Now, here's the bloody kicker. She...
Make a stealth check for me as well. Just she's dashed.
Stealth. Oh, fuck.
Well, okay. Good to know.
I don't like that, JJ. Stop it.
These guys have really low passive perception, so.
She would then like 2. So is it? Would she roll if she wanted to shoot this guy? Would she roll with advantage?
If you wanted to shoot him,
Yes.
yes, because he's still unaware of exactly where she is.
Cool.
He's cautious. He knows a little bit about what's going on, and he's on edge, but he doesn't know where he's getting attacked from. She's still, for all intents and purposes, hidden
Cool.
from him.
Clary's hand crossbow is 40 by 120. I'm not sure. I'm just bringing that up because I'm not sure if it's meant to be or not. Do you remember her having anything done to it?
No, I believe she carried a little bit of that those upgrades over when she joined.
Okay. Did you want me to revert it back? Or not?
I think probably yes. I think for now, and then we can always reapply that one later if.
Cool. So in which case, he is literally just out of range for her range. So it's with disadvantage, but the advantage and disadvantage cancel out. So it's just a regular shot.
Straight roll. Crossbow bolt sails into the darkness.
This is
Is going to be a little bit more aware that he's just being shot at.
causing problems. Alright. In which case, she's then going to use her other dagger. No, she can't do that. Can't throw them as a bonus action.
Did she collect her other dagger?
She didn't, but she will. I will remember to say that she does that.
In his head?
It is in his head, yes.
Okay.
No. Yeah, she will stand there feeling stupid and silly.
Okay. Is that the end
Yeah.
of Clary's turn?
That is the end of Clary's turn.
Okay. Is that at this point you hear a voice, but you do not see this person, call out, say, Dorvik, if you cannot get that thing under control, it'll be both our hides.
Huh?
He's up the
In
tree.
the... I bet he is. I bet he's underneath that thing.
Yeah. He is that thing. He's a big pink blob.
If you want to use an action to make a perception check, you can. On your turn.
Really,
Stix,
yeah,
it is
on
now
my
your
turn.
turn.
Stix will move over here. Why can't Ben select Stix?
Is Ben on the wrong tab?
Ben somehow, at some point, accidentally logged in as Chantel, even though I didn't change the bloody page.
Good
It
skills.
just did it. Which isn't really good skills, because it's not what I meant to do. But whatever. Hold on. Give me 1 minute. But essentially, long story short, Stix will just quickly sort of think back to Arwen. Arwen! Guy up there! Take him out! And then Stix is going to move over here, and with his heavy crossbow, which he remembers suddenly that he's lugging around the place, and doing a good job of remembering. It is a heavy crossbow, yeah? Heavy crossbow. Yeah, heavy crossbow. He is going to shoot at this guy, because I believe that's within 100 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
Yeah,
35,
that's 100 feet easy.
65. Yeah, about 65 feet. He's going to try and hit that guy over there. Let's fucking see what happens, shall we? Oh, my Roll20 thing really slow today. I can only apologise. Really?
This guy also becomes far more aware as a crossbow bolt sails past and clatters off the stonework behind him.
At which point I will turn around and go, can you get that one as well, please? I biffed it.
I saw, don't
He's just going to move up to the edge here. So he's got an overview on all of you. We can't really see much with the lights going out and things. And we go to Arwen.
What would I roll to throw a dagger?
You would roll dexterity, a normal dagger attack. So you'd roll normal dexterity to throw a dagger. Daggers have a very short range.
So I wouldn't be able to throw it up here.
A dagger? No. Daggers have something like 20 by 60, so 20 feet normal, 60 feet with disadvantage.
30 by 120.
For a dagger?
Yeah.
For a thrown dagger?
Nope, you're alright. 20 by 60. Yeah, you're alright. My bad. I was thinking of javelin.
That is slightly different.
There are slight differences between the two.
I turn Clary's dagger into a javelin.
Okay.
Now that would be a
How
trick.
do you do this?
I put many arrows on the front and back. Just lob.
Be excited.
I get crafting. For 3 rounds. Okay. So I can't get it up
You
there.
can't throw a dagger at them, no.
Okay. Sorry, Clary, you're not getting your dagger back this round. My hunter's mark is on this guy there.
Okay.
And then I'm going to... Yeah. I mean, if that doesn't hit, I'm surprised.
Yes.
Has he been hit before?
He has not.
Oh, sucks.
So he takes 19 damage.
Is he dead yet?
No. 22 also hits.
Can he be dead now, please? Hold on.
12,
2
13.
Oh my lord.
What is 19 plus 13? It is 32.
That's not. He's not dead. He needs 2 more, doesn't he? He needs 2 more.
He kind of wishes he was dead, but no, he's
Wait.
not dead.
Oh shit, so if they have 34 health, my 35 just killed him. My word.
Pretty sure he needs those.
You've done 32 damage to him.
Did I?
Yeah, 19 plus 13 is 32.
I need 3 more damage.
I mean, you actually only need 1.
I need 1 more.
So yeah, these 2 arrows like tunk, tunk, into this guy's chest, and he's like coughing up blood. But yeah, he's still alive and
Well,
barely chokes out. It's like, they're over here. And it's just
Oh, someone knife him, please. This man needs to.
Arwen,
What? I just.
it was meant to be fine.
It's fine. He's almost. He's gonna bleed out before it's his go. Does he bleed out? Oh no, not
What do
the
you
big
mean
one.
his go?
No, not the big one.
I haven't rolled it all session, so.
Oh, not the big one.
Ooh. This could be close. Nah, biffs it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it doesn't.
Oh no.
The wyvern breaks free.
Woohoo!
Bum, bum, bum.
And seeing as it is at the bottom of the initiative, that is where we will end this session.
Ooh, suspense. I love it. Can he bleed out during the gap between this session and next?
No, because no time will have passed in that time, despite the fact you'll have to wait a week.
Why?
Because you rolled 2 1s.
Oh, I tried
Ah.
recording.
I know.
But JJ,
Yes.
can
Ooh.
I just, like, real quick, just persuade him? Crap. Okay, can Clary... can Clary, right, and here's a real kicker, can she stealth him to death?
I mean, yeah, on her next turn she can try.
If I roll a D100 and I get a 1, can he just die?
I'm not doing that again.
I'm intrigued though. I want to do it. Oh, that was Clary. Doesn't count. No, fuck. Never mind.
No,
See, it would have been fine.
not doing that again. I've learned my lesson.
Would have been absolutely
You learned your
fine.
When I
lesson.
say things, they can happen.
Yes, they can.
You learned your lesson from when we broke the timeline and
Yeah,
went back in
exactly.
time.
That was funny.
Oh, that was the single best thing I've ever seen.
No more time travel for you. You'll have to go through time normally until next week, like everyone else. Speaking
I
of
just
which,
really love the
we'll
thought,
see
right?
everyone next week.
That after
all
that-
none of our viewers.